Hey, you YouTube, it's Will from Will Development. Will from Will Development, and this is my 274th weekly update. So, this week will once again not feature any The Week of footage because this was an interim week for me in between programs where I was just essentially going through the motions on things while also doing a little testing, seeing where my body was at in terms of my big three: squat, bench, deadlifts, overhead press. Just testing the waters on some of them, seeing where my potential max was on a few of them, just to get an idea for some numbers to run for the new program starting next week. Not going to talk about any of them right now. I'll just talk about what happens next week, after it's happened, obviously. But the thing to talk about this week is I did just go to the cardiologist today. So if anybody's interested, everything looks great. They said, well, everything looks like it should look. Eventually I will need another valve replacement, but it's probably not for another, 5-10 years, something like that. And they'll be able to go in through the groin again, which is awesome. They can do that every month if they want. That one was super easy. I have no problem with that one. But they did give me a Holter monitor again this year just to take a peek at everything, get a 24-hour snapshot. And that's about all there is to say about that, I guess. Other than that, not a lot going on. Super happy. Everything went good over there. And looking forward to starting the new program next week for sure. There's not necessarily anything wrong with having a week or two where you don't really have a lot planned, but I definitely enjoy having a plan, having projected numbers, like walking in there and just going like, I don't know, I'll just do whatever I can today, that kind of thing. It's cool, but for me, I don't like it all that much. So I'm very much so looking forward to having an actual regiment, I don't know what the correct word is, a proper scheme and program to follow with some relative projections as to what should be hit that day. And we go from there, you know what I mean? And I enjoy that. The breakdown's still going to be the same, still 4-day-a-week split with press on Monday, squat on Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday is going to be bench, and Friday deadlifts with accessories, rinse, repeat for a while. Gonna be super excited for Miami's when that's announced after the 1st, so I'll know the events, and I will be throwing the events in a little bit more and really adjusting the training ever so slightly. Sorry about that. We'll be adjusting the training ever so slightly to include a lot more of those as my primary movements. Some of the event training, and then moving my accessories around based on that. So like, if there's a yoke 4 to 6 weeks out, yoke will take over the squat, and the squat will become an accessory to the yoke, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? If I know what overhead press event it is, again, 4 to 6 weeks out, that specific event will take over as my main movement for my overhead. So if it's log clean and press, or clean and press away, that will become the new primary for the press day, and honestly probably for my bench day as well. And then, the deadlift, whatever style of deadlift that is, 4 to 6 weeks out, I'll start doing that as the primary instead of using it as an accessory. Because that's probably what I'll do leading up. I'll just treat them as accessories, so I'm still getting practice doing them, but the weights are going to be very, what's the word? Tame. So that's the plan with that. We'll know more of that after the 1st, and I'll go a little more into the sort of scheme and program next week. I'm a little tired. I had to get up early to go do this, so I'll talk a little bit more about it next week when I have a little more energy. Other than that, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. I will talk to you before New Year's, so I'll wish you a Happy New Year's then. Enjoy the holiday with your family, friends, Yuletides, all that good stuff, and possibly even libations, if the government won't have anything to say about it. So enjoy all that, and if you don't, then what's your excuse?